Well, hello there everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Rocketcraft Season 2 with me, DJ Haribo. Hope you're all having a good day. And we are starting this episode deep underground, and it looks like I might be in prison, but it's not actually prison at all. It's not prison bars, no, it's actually Foxy No Tail's armor stand pack, which has been set to show chunk borders. And look at the amount of chunks we've got here. And I have been doing a little bit of off-camera mining, and this is the result of that. It's a giant hole. I'm sure Lanny would be proud of this hole. It's not quite as deep as, you know, the bottom of the world or anything, and I have been very careful to avoid all these filthy diamond doors because I'm still not mining any diamonds in this game, and unfortunately when you're mining at this sort of level, yeah, they're everywhere. So I've been very careful to avoid all of them. Despite the insta-mine from the beacon, but by the time you get down to Deep Slate, it isn't insta-mine anymore, is it now? But yeah, the beacon has done its job, and we have got a humongous hole here. Now you're probably wondering, why and where are we? Well, we're actually just a ways over from the Rocketcraft rocket, just through there. That's where the spawn area is, and when you come through the nether portal, that is where you come to. And I've built this hole as close as possible to that nether portal that will be convenient for all the players on the server. And oh yes, and down there is an amethyst geode as well, which we are probably going to be getting down to, because I'm not sure if this hole is deep enough yet. It might be, I don't know. It's a good sort of 2 and a bit-ish chunks deep, but it still might not be big enough for what we are about to build down here. This is going to be a very large farm indeed. Probably wondering, what exactly is this farm that we're going to be building down here? And now, without the chunk border pack on, you can just get an idea of just the scale of this hole. This farm needs to be chunk aligned, hence why I was digging out specific chunks. And the border marker things that I've marked around here should be a bit of an indication as to what type of farm this is actually going to be. Now, the reason why we're building this farm is because since the Furnace XP glitch thing was taken away, several people on the server are kind of struggling for XP to fix their tools. So I thought it would be a good idea to build the insane gold/XP farm by Navy Nexus that I made in last season.
I love gold!
So I thought this time around we'll build it underground because, you know, some people don't want to see it, especially not at spawn. So we are now going to get into one hell of a time lapse to build this thing, and I thought I'd bring back one of my old favourites that you all know and love. Yes, it's Grian's time lapse music from Season 7. Let's go! So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was one hell of a time lapse. Over an hour's worth of footage condensed down into just 3 and a bit minutes. And actually, the first ever time lapse I did was building this farm way back at the beginning of season 1 of Rocketcraft, which was a couple of years ago now. And how times have come on since then. But anyway, back to the present. We are now at the time when we are about to throw our tridents into the trident killers on this incredible farm that Navy Nexus made. And we are going for impaling 5 tridents this time around. This is a bit of a Frankenstein sort of improvement on his original design. And I decided to waterlog the pistons this time around and use impaling 5 tridents to try and insta-kill the piggies, because we don't actually have the amount of fall that we would normally have on this farm. Normally it's like 18 blocks of depth, but I've gone for a little bit of a shallower fall on this one, so they wouldn't have been taking as much fall damage anyway. So I figured, let's plop them into water and kill them quicker with the impaling 5 tridents. Why not? What could go wrong? And we are now ready to fire this farm up for the first time. The trident killers are all working perfectly. I've gone for 2 in each compartment, just so that we're gonna, kill as many as quick as possible, because there's going to be a lot of them. And here we go. It's time to flick this lever and turn this farm on for the first time. And this farm is going to be even faster than it used to be because of some improvements that Navy's made. Hang on a minute. Why are they falling out the edge there? Why is that one stood there then? They're supposed to fall off automatically when they spawn in. Why is that one walking around? What? This is not a good sign. I'm not getting many in here. Have I derped? There's one up there. Oh, whoa, whoa. Okay, so I think mistakes have been made somehow, and I am now in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. What on earth have I done wrong here? Yeah. Well, yeah, this is a bit of a predicament, because they're all angry with me. They're all aggroed because I've killed a bunch of their friends in the trident killers, and now there's probably over 100 piglins down there that want to murder me in cold blood. So yeah, this is not the best. So a short while later, I actually managed to make it out of there without dying, as you can see from my levels, which I still have, and all my equipment, which I still have. Now, I know quite a lot of people do fall foul of these things when they're building a gold farm on Bedrock. Somehow, the piglins end up in the nether or something, but I managed to make it out of there alive. It turns out, actually, after just a couple of minutes, they kind of just forget that they were aggroed on you, and they lose the aggro, and then they just carry on going about their zombie piglin day. And now here we are with maybe 50 or so of them. Maybe I was a bit over. I didn't know how many there were from where I was in the farm a moment ago. It looked like there was hundreds, but there's about 50 of them. So as you can see, we're cool now. We're cool. They're okay with me. So I'm not cool with them though. They've got to go. I can't be leaving them here, because that would be very dangerous when I activate this farm. Well, when I actually fix this farm, because it turns out that actually I am a derp, which you did know, and I managed to build the farm on the sort of the wrong X and Z axis, and so yeah, the portals were facing the wrong way, and yeah, it basically just breaks everything. So I'm going to have to rebuild the top part of the farm, like the portals and the ignition and burning system. Yeah, which is not great, but it's it's better than building all the bottom part and the trident killer all again. So how many? Any more? No. Right, I think we've managed to kill them all. That was fairly painless, to be honest. Look at all the XP. Why aren't you attacking me, donut? Yes, so yeah, that's an indication for you of just how much XP you will be getting out of this farm, because you do get a decent amount out of the zombies, and this is a good visualization of exactly what drops we're going to be getting from this farm. Lots of rotten flesh and golden swords, which are all rubbish, but golden nuggets, which is very nice. You know, I like golden nuggets. Gold become a lot more useful in Minecraft in 1.16. Later on down the line, I'm sure we're going to be building a bartering farm and making use of all the copious amounts of gold that are going to be coming out of this farm. But mainly it is for the convenience of other players getting XP. And wouldn't you know it, look who turned up while I was working down here with my camera guy. And I am actually going to buy some of these blocks, because I don't have some of them. I had to pop back to my base quickly to grab a bunch of them. And yes, there's my doppelganger. So yeah, crafting table mini blocks, you can always have a lot of fun with those, because you can prank people with them, make them look like real blocks, like by making them full size, and then when someone walks over to it and clicks on it thinking that it's going to be their crafting table and it's going to open up the UI, they end up sitting on it. which is the sort of thing I like to do. And I've invited Hippo over because he very kindly helped recover my gear when I died AFK a little while ago, and so I thought it'd be nice to invite him over, and he can clean up this horrible, ugly mess of diamond ores that's now starting to get in the way of me building the rest of the farm. I was lucky that there was none in the way of where I actually built the main bulk of the farm, but now we are at the stage where we actually need the rest of the diamonds gone. So I thought it would be nice to offer them to him as way of thanking him for helping recover all my stuff from the mob that killed me. I can't remember what it was now. Was it a zombie? It might have been. I don't know. I was AFK somewhere, had to deal with one of the children, and I come back and I've been killed by a zombie. But yeah, and also yeah, Hippo's currently tagged.
Shame! Shame!
But I've invited him over on the proviso that he's not going to tag me. He's just here to clean up the diamonds for me, which he's doing a very, very good job of. Who knew that someone would want, diamond ores in Minecraft, I don't know. But anyway, we need to actually dig out this hole in the middle here a little bit more, because we've got a huge sorting and storage system to put in. And yes, I am trying to be very, very careful to avoid coming into contact with this geode here. I think I might just miss it, hopefully, because someone else mined this out a while ago and laid claim to it, and that's why I'm desperately trying to avoid running into it. Luckily, I think I'm just going to avoid it, so we'll see. But I'm just going to clear the rest of these blocks out, because why not? So anyway, yeah, so that just shows the proximity of how close that geode is to where my storage system is actually going to be going in here. It's going to be very tight, but I'm hopeful that we will be able to get it all in there. Now, Navy also put out a couple of tutorials for an expanded storage on this gold farm, and also then an updated one to get rid of all the swords and stuff, which came in a later update. So yeah, I think we're just about ready now, except we're going to need a buttload of redstone components for this, because there's going to be so much redstone involved. So I'm going to go grab them and we'll jump into a time lapse. Wow, that was a lot of redstone, wasn't it? So, having got all of that redstone, we've got all the shulker loaders and the mass storage and the item sorters all set up there. And then I remembered, it dawned on me that I don't actually have that many shulkers because the DJ Dip shop has been so ridiculously busy. I've run out of shulkers. I've made so many. At one point I had like 10 stacks of shells, and they're just gone. And so we're going to have to do a little spot of end busting, and that means coming through to this very beautiful end portal room that Moist Puffin has been doing. He's been doing a lot of work on this. A lot of shulkers of black concrete went into making this thing. It's still not 100% finished yet, but damn, it is looking sexy, and it's just like black void down there. It looks really nice, and it's very trippy as well. If you fall down there, I freaked out. There was an Enderman down there, and it freaked me the hell out because it was just purple eyes in the darkness, and then he started hitting me, and I was very scared. So anyway, also this happened where you try and go through the portal, and it just puts you back to the middle island again. Like, what's that all about? So let's try that again. Let's go through a different portal instead, and yes, this time success. We are in the outer islands of the end. Let's just wait a moment for them to load in. As you know, on Bedrock, we do have a really good render distance, which makes end busting very, very easy because you can see cities from very, very far away once it renders in. It looks like there's a portal over there that someone's already bridged up to. I mean, we do reset our end every couple of weeks anyway, so we shouldn't have to travel that far to find a city. So I'm going to crank the render distance up a little bit more, just a modest 56 chunks. It's nowhere near the maximum. And yes, automatically that reveals a city that I wouldn't have otherwise known about if it was still set to 32. So yeah, we're going to get into another time lapse. I know, like, you wait episodes and episodes for a time lapse and then you get 3 in 1. Aren't you guys lucky? So that was a very successful hour and a half spent in the end there, and I'm back over at spawn, and as you can see there in the background we've got the Star Tower, which the significance of which will become apparent in future episodes, but for now we're just going to marvel at the end loot that we've got. Yeah, there's some nice stuff in there. Gold, which is about to become not an issue for me. Iron, which already isn't an issue for me. And diamonds, which, thanks to that DJ Dip shop, are not an issue to me. But I'm not going to leave it there, am I? I'm not going to just leave that stuff behind because it's all, you know, it's all nice stuff. So grab some elytra as well from the couple of ships that we found. And then we can add the, yeah, I was down to 11 shulker shells. And we need, well, probably double this to get the farm properly stocked up with shulkers ready for the shulker loading system. But that will make a start for now. So let's head back down and marvel upon the finished farm. Yes, it does look rather complex, but it really isn't that bad. And like I say, we've made a few improvements on this farm from Navy's original design. He now uses powdered snow as well. He recommends that because that can extinguish the portal a lot quicker. Yes, we've got the shulkers all loaded in now, and yeah, it's all looking good. Final checks are underway, and hopefully this time we're not going to have a repeat of the catastrophe of the first time that I loaded the farm up and turned it on. But just in case, I'm going to put my helmet on, and of course we're going to have to turn our audio down again because this farm is ridiculously loud. If you're playing with headphones on and you have the sound coming through, you will perforate your eardrums. So you have been warned, and yes, it's looking good. As you can see, it is so much faster now lighting the portals. Every time it lights the portal, you get a pigman on Bedrock. So this farm, I would dare to say, is actually one of the only farms on Bedrock that actually beats its Java equivalent for rates. This thing is insane. I know, like, the zombie pigman farms above the nether roof are insane on Java, but this one is, I think it could be faster. Don't quote me on that, but it might be, because the rates on this thing are insane. And as you can see, you know, we already had a lot of levels anyway, but the XP is just flowing in like crazy. And as you can see, the item burners down there are all activating there, hopefully burning all the swords. And I've already got a separate system in place to filter out the rotten flesh and burn all of that, because I don't want to keep the rotten flesh at all. But as you can see, we are getting through the pigmen at a rate of knots here. The Trident Killers are just about keeping up with them. And obviously with this farm, you get the looting effect by holding your sword in your hand as well, because I threw the Trident, so I'm getting my looting applied from my sword. So yeah, like I say, this farm is just winning for everyone. It's, you know, winning for the community because they all get to use it to get XP to mend all their tools and armor and stuff.
Winning.
I'm winning because I get copious amounts of gold.
Winning.
And I'm also winning because I got to build a farm, and you know how much I love building farms.
Winning. Winning. Winning.
So all in all, I would say it's been a very successful episode. We've got a lot done, and we're going to have loads of gold, and everyone's got XP now for days, so it's all good. And I hope you enjoyed the time lapses. I do love a time lapse, and it has been so long since I've been able to do one, so I thought I'd give you quite a few in one episode. It was a bit time lapse heavy, but you know, yeah, what can you do? But anyway, that is the end of the episode though, so I hope you enjoyed it. Do subscribe if you are not subscribed already, if you did enjoy it, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe as well. And I will see you for another episode of Rocketcraft very soon. So take care, and bye for now.